Stranger, number 1. Cross country, number 2.
Who are you talking about?
Can I say the name?
Say the name.
Ethan Klein.
Nick Avocado. The YouTuber where if you kind of like say his name a little too fast, it sounds like a slur. I ain't gonna lie, the people who pointed that out, y'all are really telling on yourselves because I didn't even hear that when I was saying the name. I didn't even notice that, okay? Anyways, so Nick Avocado has a new podcast with Oompaville, and it's called the D-Fire Podcast. And if you guys have not watched it, I highly suggest watching it. I'm telling you, it's like so funny. And honestly, there's a lot of comparisons between the D-Fire Podcast and Frenemies. Kinda. A lot of people are saying it's better than Frenemies. Okay, first of all, let's not get too. Let's not.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Nothing is better than Frenemies. Okay, nothing. You know what? I'll be right back. All right. Since we want to compare it to Frenemies, I might as well wear my Frenemies merch. But during the first episode, Oompaville brings up the Ethan Klein and Nick Avocado beef. And if you're not aware, a few months ago, Ethan Klein invited Nick on the podcast because honestly, I think it was gonna be, I was so excited for it, I'm not gonna lie. I watch Nick Avocado sometimes every now and again, and I love Ethan Klein. Yeah, I admitted it, I like Ethan Klein. So I already know both of those two different characters coming together was definitely gonna be a hell of a show. But during the lead up to the podcast actually happening, Ethan Klein started making questionable jokes. I'm not gonna lie, very, very questionable jokes. And Nick decided to cancel the podcast. I'm not gonna lie, Nick got a lot of hate from canceling this podcast, and a lot of it I think was coming from just crazy Ethan fans that don't ever think twice about anything, because there's a lot of them. And so I understand where Nick was coming from, but then on the other hand, I was kind of like, well, Ethan was joking. And I've even seen this happen in Frenemies too, so I think like this isn't the first time, obviously, where this has happened and Ethan has taken it way too far. But let's look at what Nick has to say about the situation.
And I thought we were joking around. We were lightfully ribbing each other because, let's face it, he doesn't take himself seriously at all. He walks around in a tiny shirt with his stomach out. He's playing this over-the-top character. He doesn't take himself seriously.
Pause. Do you take yourself seriously?
Let's back up 2 more spots. So he's going to say that it was just playful back and forth.
Yeah.
There was nothing playful about saying that I need stenches in my heart. Saying that I'm so fat, I'm going to need a defibrillator.
Stenches.
Saying that stints.
Yeah, to open
I don't
your
even know what that
arteries.
is. And then I had to Google. And then saying all this stuff, going through my private pages of my nudes and saying disgusting.
Yeah, why would you
vile,
do that?
gross, laughing about it for minutes on end. It was mortifying. And then saying that my back door looks like a cow.
Okay, so let's talk about this right here. So this is what I don't understand, and this is what I don't agree with a lot of narrative that like people like to push about Ethan Klein. That whole thing, that whole back and forth between Nick and Ethan, he saw it as they were just doing a bit for the show, to hype up the show, to get people interested, to get ready for Nick to come onto the podcast. But he's making it seem like Ethan was purposely putting that out there in order to make Nick look bad, like in a malicious way. First of all, Nick is a character. He already looks bad to begin with, okay? That's his whole thing, is to look bad.
So it's really a compliment because that's the goal in his kind of content is to be gaping.
Right. I think.
Like that was his intention, Dan.
Yeah.
Is it? That is, right? Is that a solid point?
No.
Yes, it is. Stop it. Stop it. Don't do it. Don't.
Do it. Don't do it.
Yes, it is a great point. See, this is what I was like, I don't understand why he got so upset at this. That is an excellent point. Don't play around and act like he did not make a great point, okay? The whole point of Nick's character is to be gross and disgusting. Like, he eats a large amount. Like, there's a lot of mukbangers on this platform, and they don't act like Nick, okay? That is a part of his character. That's why he gets the... I mean, he's the mukbang king. I'm not going to say, like, he's doing anything wrong. But, like, That is the whole point of his character. Or look, I'm not saying that he can't feel the way that he feels, but I'm just saying, like, why is it such a surprise when people act the same way to you when you're putting that out on the internet? Like, that's your character. And they're doing this for entertainment, so why wouldn't you expect them to treat you like your character? You get what I'm saying?
I'm not even gonna say a bad word about him, which is good for me. That's progress. He seems very nice.
Yeah.
And fun.
Really? Really? You just said before even playing this that I have my stomach hanging out and therefore I can't be taken seriously.
Well, I think he's trying to not
Do you
be
say
mean to
that
me.
about every person who can't fit into their clothing, Ethan Klein? That they shouldn't have any respect or be taken seriously because their belly happens to hang out a little bit? Look in the mirror.
Hey, okay, stop. See, stop. Put a halt to it. Put a halt to it, Nick. Stop. See, this is the one thing that I really just don't understand. You put yourself out there looking like that and you expect people to somehow like respect you more than the way that you respect yourself. Like, now I understand how he feels, and like obviously he likes the self-deprecation only to stay self-deprecating and not other people to like do the same jokes towards him. But like, how are people supposed to just know that? Like, no one can read your mind, Nick. No one can read your mind, okay? So like, I don't understand why he expects Ethan Klein, someone who literally doesn't understand social cues, okay, to pick up on the fact that you don't want other people to joke about you the way that you joke about yourself.
You're telling me that this dude takes himself seriously? That's what I'm saying. Like, can you really blame me for reading the room wrong? This man is not.
How many comedians have they had? Not saying I'm a big old wonderful comedian in any way, shape, or form, but how many other people who are silly, who like to perform and have a good time on camera has he had on his podcast? Many. Did you go through their exploited little videos of their private bits? No. Did you say that they're so fat they need heart transplants? No. Okay, there's a lot of other people that have goofy outfits too that you didn't do that to.
No. See, this is what I'm trying to say. It's not that you can't get taken seriously because you're overweight. It's that you can't people don't take you seriously, Nick, because of how you present yourself on the internet. Like, Ethan Klein dyeing his hair with flowers is not the same the way that you literally put yourself on like roll a clip. Come on now. If we're doing entertainment purposes and that's your character, I'm going to treat you like your character. Unless you say otherwise. Now, if Nick went behind closed doors, like I said, he was like, okay, this is going too far, and Ethan Klein still did that, okay, that's a different story. You have every right to be mad. But like, how are you supposed... What do you expect? What? Once again, it's not me though. So if I were in that situation, once again, I probably would feel a little bit differently. But I'm just saying, from an outsider's perspective, looking in, I would have expected Ethan to treat him like that. Seriously, I really would have. And maybe that says more about Ethan than anybody else, but I'm just saying, like, it didn't seem like that too much of a crazy thing that happened, that Ethan was saying all those stuff, because you said it about yourself and you literally make your whole career based off of those things, right? All right, so bottom line, one, still not better than frenemies, okay? Just chill out, guys, chill out. But two, I still kind of think Nick I think Nick more so didn't read the room rather than Ethan. You know, I truly do believe, because even when Nick was getting upset and like posting response videos and saying like he didn't like it, I still thought it was a part of the bit, right? So I feel like something should have happened behind closed doors where they told each other, or Nick was like, okay, this is going too far, or whatever that may be. And maybe that wasn't his responsibility to do so. It was probably more of Ethan's to make sure that he was doing the right thing and not going too far, since he was inviting Nick to the show. I can totally see that. The way you present yourself online is the way people are obviously going to treat you. This doesn't even have to be an online thing. This is just in life, okay? If you don't respect yourself, how are you going to expect other people to respect you? It's pretty simple, right? But regardless though, if you have not checked out the Fire podcast, I will put the link down below. And let me know what you guys think about the beef. Do you want Nick Avocado to go back on the podcast? Do you think Ethan went too far? Let me know down in the comments below, and leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Can I say the name?
Say the name.
Ethan Klein.